everyone, welcome to this presentation on getting more from your blog content. So my name is Jeanette and I'm a business strategist, and I'm also the founder of a company called the Women's Entrepreneurial Network, which is an online business hub that provides training, support, community and resources to women in business. So before we dive into the nitty-gritty of repurposing your blog content, I just want to share a little bit about my own journey. You see, I've had the privilege of using blogs to grow my own business, and it's been a really incredible ride. And one of the key strategies that has had a huge impact on my success is actually content repurposing. So a while back, I had a blog post on funnel building that really connected with my audience. It was able to spark conversations, to generate interest, and it also brought in new connections, which meant I was able to make more sales. But it didn't stop there, because what I did was I used a strategic approach to my content. And what I did is I turned that blog post into a variety of different types or different variations of content that aligned with my audience also. And that had a huge reach, which was amazing. And that's why I'm here today, to share these strategies with you so that you can have the same results in your business. So whether or not you're a new entrepreneur or you're more established, I've got some good stuff for you. So keep watching. So here's the plan. By the end of this session, you're going to have a toolbox of actionable strategies to help you create a consistent flow of content using your blog posts. That is going to help your audience to remain interested or become more interested in your content, and also be more engaged in your content. So without further ado, let's jump in. I'm just going to head over to my slides. Okay, great. All right, so in case you were wondering what content repurposing is exactly, I just want to break that down for you real quick. So content repurposing is a strategic approach to help you leverage your existing content in various formats and on various platforms to extend its reach and effectiveness. And this pretty much involves taking a piece of content that you've already created, which could be a blog post or an article or any other type of content, and then transforming that piece of content into different formats like videos or podcasts or social media posts or infographics and so on. And this pretty much enables us to target a more diverse audience and also to capitalize on the strengths of, a particular social media platform or medium. Okay, so now we've got that out of the way and we've set the stage, I just want to quickly look at two primary benefits of repurposing your content, which are firstly, improved SEO, so improved search engine optimization, and also heightened audience engagement. So firstly, search engines like Google absolutely love fresh and relevant content. So when you repurpose your blog posts into different formats, what you're essentially doing is creating new valuable content that can then be indexed by search engines, which can lead to improved search rankings and also increased visibility. And then secondly, when you take your blog post and adapt it into various forms like infographics, videos, podcasts, or social media posts, like I mentioned earlier, what you're actually doing is catering to diverse audience preferences. So, some are going to prefer to read, and then you're going to have others that prefer to watch videos. You're going to have some that love visuals, and so on. And this means that by offering multiple entry points, what you're actually doing is making your content more accessible to a wider audience. Think about it. You're actually meeting your audience where they are in the format that resonates the most with them. And this doesn't just create a deeper connection, it also encourages them to actually interact and share and ultimately become advocates for your content, which is most definitely what we want. Okay, so now that we understand the value of repurposing, let's dive into a 7-day content explosion plan that you can use to breathe new life into your existing blog content. So each format that I'm going to mention brings its own set of strengths and considerations, which offers a diverse array of avenues for your message. Now, I want you to understand that it's not compulsory for you to follow every step in this 7-day strategy. So feel free when you actually go ahead to implement, to skip over any of the steps or any of the bits or pieces that don't actually align with your business. This guide is pretty much here to kind of provide you with some ideas and some inspiration and a starting point, essentially, to creating a content plan that works best for you, best for your time, and best for your business. So to get more eyes on your content, we're going to be using, as I said, an explosion of content framework that you'll be able to rinse and repeat every day of the week if you choose to. So let's get into it. Okay, so on day one, the journey starts with you actually creating and publishing your blog post. And this is the foundation of your content repurposing strategy. So you can also choose an older blog post if that's what you prefer. And this could be something that you've created in the past. So just to say, it doesn't have to be new content. You can repurpose your old content too. Okay, so once your blog post has been created and it's published, what you're going to do is you're going to start spreading the word about it by emailing it to your list and by sharing it on Instagram. Also by sharing it on Threads. Threads is obviously still new to a lot of us, me included, but definitely utilize it if it's a platform that you are into or that you've started using. You also want to share this on Twitter, again, if this is a platform that you use. So this initial push sets the stage for what's to come next. And again, don't worry if you don't have any of these platforms or accounts, just work with what you have and what works for your audience. Okay, so you've done day one. Now on day two, what you're going to do is bring your content to life with a video. So record a video that highlights the key points from your blog post and that keep in mind that this isn't supposed to be a word for word recitation on, the blog post that you created. This is meant to be an opportunity for you to highlight the key areas and the most compelling insights of your post in a more conversational way. So this doesn't need to be super professional. So get all that perfectionism stuff out the way. This just needs to be done, right? And also what I want you to remember is that authenticity is key here. So when you're creating your video, remember that people buy into you. I mean, you have to create a certain level of content and you have to create, you have to fulfill certain expectations in your business. But ultimately, you're probably not the only person that does what you do, right? But you are the only you that does it. So people buy into you. So when you are creating videos, try to keep them authentic and fun. And as I said, they don't need to be super polished. So once you've recorded your video, spend a minimal amount of time, if necessary, editing your video before uploading it to either YouTube, or if you want to go a bit further, what you can do is actually use a site or an app like CapCut to edit your video into bite-sized videos that you can then share on sites like TikTok or Instagram Reels. Okay, so on day three, what you're going to do is extend the reach of your content by detaching the audio from the video that you created on day two. So this audio can be then repurposed for a podcast if you have one. And this is really going to open up new avenues for engagement. Additionally, adding this audio to your original blog post is really going to allow you to cater to a wider audience and is also going to complement that original content. So feel free to do that too. Okay, so as a way to use your original blog post to grow your email list, on day four, what you're going to do is create a valuable one-page lead magnet that directly relates to and that directly complements your original blog post. And this could be something like a checklist or a cheat sheet or maybe a one-page report, but pretty much something that you can create quickly. It's not going to take too much time, but something that, again, is going to complement that blog post and that your target audience are going to find highly valuable. So for example, let's say your original blog post offers tips on time management for busy entrepreneurs. A really good idea for a lead magnet could be a downloadable productivity quick wins checklist. And, you could make it in a way where it condenses the key strategies from your blog post into actionable steps. So not too much work. You've already created the hard work. You've already done the hard work. It's just kind of reformatting it into a structure that can help your target audience achieve results. Also, don't forget to add an opt-in form to your original blog post, because this is obviously how people that are reading your blog post, so your audience, are going to be able to download your lead magnet. Right, on day 5, you're simply going to use your blog content to create an article on LinkedIn. This is the easiest day because this is literally a cut and paste job, and is another way for you to expand your reach, expand your position, and really kind of come across as an authority. Now, I don't know how many of you use LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is really good at helping you to grow your authority and establish yourself within a certain industry. So once you've published your article, what you're going to do is you're going to share it across relevant groups within LinkedIn, and also relevant pages. And then if you have a Facebook page, which you should, what you're going to do is share it there too. Okay, so moving on to day 6. What you're going to do on day 6 is condense the main points of your blog post and turn them into an eye-catching infographic that you can then post on Pinterest, and that links back to your original blog post. So I know there's a lot of elements that I'm going through here, so you have to stay with me. So feel free to watch this video again. So, as you are going through, or as you are creating your own marketing strategy, watch this video again so that you can really take in the kind of key elements that I'm mentioning, because I am aware that there's quite a lot going on here. But anyway, back to day 6. So what you also could do with your infographic, if you want to, is link it to maybe a podcast episode. You could link it to the lead magnet that you just created, or the video that you would have created earlier on as well. So whatever, again, is in full alignment with your target audience, do that. So really think about what makes the most sense for your business. And then on the last day, day 7, what you're going to do is use your Facebook group or your Facebook page to connect with your audience in real time. And you're going to do this by speaking about the topic of your blog post. What you're going to want to do is use your key points. So use the key points of your blog post as a springboard for a live discussion. And remember to add a call to action at the end of your discussion that really easily guides your audience to your lead magnet or some other opt-in to grow your email list. Or, if you want to, you can even use this as an opportunity to offer a pitch at the end, especially if your blog post is on a topic that maybe you have a offer on. So if your blog post was on funnels and you have a funnel toolkit or a funnel course, then you could definitely pitch this on this day at the end of this live session. So this interactive session is really going to allow you to strengthen your community and also create a deeper connection with your audience, which is essentially what you want to do. And that's it. So that's the end of the 7-day content repurpose strategy. Now, before we get to the end of this training, I just want to share a couple of tips for you to consider when using this strategy. Mainly because when you're repurposing content, it's important to keep in mind a few of these things, just to make sure that your new content maintains the same high standards as your original piece of content. So firstly, remember the core message of your original blog post. That's pretty much the heart of your content, so make sure that it shines through in every repurposed format that you create. And then next, content repurposing is really like giving your content a makeover. So don't just copy, adjust the content to fit the new format that you're creating. This way it's going to feel more fresh and more tailored for that specific platform that you're posting it on. Next, you always want to be thinking about your audience. So think about what resonates with them in these new formats that you're creating. So each piece of content you create should really address their pain points and offer solutions. And then if you're into SEO, sprinkle those keywords around. It really helps search engines find and love your content, which is great at boosting your visibility. And then number 5, and this is probably the most important, but don't underestimate the importance of clear and compelling call to actions, whether it's encouraging your audience to subscribe, to share, to opt in, or to take another desired action. Call to actions are really important for actually guiding your audience's next steps. And then lastly, learn and adapt. So this isn't a one size fits all deal. So don't be afraid to test different formats and also different approaches to see what vibes best with your audience, and then adjust based on what's actually working. So content marketing isn't about random acts of activity. It's really about having a system in place, and your content strategy provides, or it should provide, a framework that you're able to refine over time, aligning it with what works best for you, your business, and your audience. Okay, so here we are at the end of our journey. Hopefully you've been able to gain some valuable insights into the art of content repurposing. So now it's time for you to actually go ahead and put this into action. So take a moment to reflect on some of the things that we've covered. Ask yourself what the specific pieces of content are that you can repurpose, and also the formats that you can repurpose them into that are going to align the most with your target audience. So I want you to work on setting clear, actionable goals for repurposing your own blog posts. And as a thank you for being a part of this training, I've got a special gift for you, and that is a content marketing planner, which is designed to help you streamline your content creation and repurposing efforts. And this plan is packed with actionable tips, templates, and strategies to help you keep track of your content marketing. So hopefully you'll find that useful. And if you want more support, I do invite you to consider joining the WN Business Club, which is a community of vibrant entrepreneurs just like you who are dedicated to achieving more in their businesses and lives. And as I mentioned earlier, when you join, you get access to resources, support, community, trainings, and a whole load of good stuff. So thank you so much for investing your time and energy in this training. Remember that knowledge is power, but action is actually what is going to propel you forward. So definitely take action and just keep striving to be the best and to really excel in your business. And again, I wish you all the best.